Yeah, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Yeah, I got myself in a bit of trouble. I was with a girl called Aria. It's not about me being in prison; it's about me being out of prison. But I got acquitted of it. Yeah, they chucked me of it. There's no evidence or nothing. They asked me to take a lesser charge. But whilst I was in prison, yeah, I was getting to hear that there was three Yardie guys that had kidnapped her. Yeah, and put her in a room and made her work, yeah, and made her work. I mean, come on, this is my woman, yeah, I mean, and they put my woman in the room and made her work. I was going crazy. I was trying to get my pals to go around there, and it's the worst I thing in the world to get geezers to go around the crack house. No one wants to know, yeah. Anyway, so I eventually got to court and they dropped the charges to an ABH and rather than a murder charge. They tried to get me on a murder charge. Yeah, a murder charge. And they knew that I was not guilty, but they kept me in prison for 11 months. They tried to fit me up, tried to tell me to plead guilty to it, and they give me 9 years, recommended that I do 9 years of a life sentence that I didn't even do. They just tried to fit me up, yeah? Anyway, they got her to phone me and got her to say things. Oh, listen, they I don't know what it was. They just wanted me so bad, yeah. Anyway, I eventually get acquitted. Not acquitted, but the judge gives me a lesser charge of ABH, which I plead guilty to. And you can see that they gutted the police. Anyway, I walk out, and the barrister says to me, "Look, Ray, do yourself a favour, keep out of trouble because this lot want you." Yeah, I said, "Yeah, of course, Governor." So that day, that night, I went down on Amherst Grove, and I happened to know whereabouts it was that they was keeping her. So anyway, I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, yeah. And I see one of the guys that was put to me by someone. That there's three guys up there that kidnapped her, and they got her to do all sorts of things, and for crack, yeah, for crack cocaine. She's on crack bad, and they put her on a game upstairs. And this is a proper woman, mate. This is a proper girl. I know she's on crack, and I bet she was a proper woman. She was at a group called Entice, and she was a proper lady, mate. You know what I mean? So anyway, they got her on the game, and they was bringing guys up to there all the time, just for crack cocaine. And there was work. I mean, I was in prison. Imagine hearing that about your woman, yeah? I was going mad. Anyway, so when as a soldier, I eventually got out. I waited, and I see one of them come down the road, and I happen to know more or less one of them. Or not even two of them really, maybe one of them, but I had to find out about the other two. But I see one coming down the road, and I done him with a weightlifting bar. I done him across the nut with a weightlifting bar. I smashed. I'm not joking. I smashed all his spine. I smashed his spine so bad, mate. It was unbelievable. I just kept smashing. I mean, I didn't cut him. I just kept smashing his spine and his back. I must have broke his back in 4 or 5 places. How dare they do that to my girl? You know, how dare they do that? But everybody must have known what was going on. They must have thought he was getting robbed for his crack. I took everything he had on him. I took, yeah, crack, money, everything, yeah. And I give it to Ario. I seen Ario in a hotel, put her in a hotel, yeah, keep her out of the way of all this trouble. The trouble that's going to be caused, yeah. So I've done one now, yeah, but I've got to do the other two. So the only way I can do this, yeah, the only way I can do this is to go upstairs and buy crack. They don't. One knows me, the one that got bashed up here bad, but they more likely told me, but they don't know me as a person to look at you. So I go up there to buy some crack. I go up there, they've got a couple of girls there asking me, do I want a blow job and all this, that and the other for a bit of, and I go, no, I'm not interested, mate, just want to buy a bit of crack, yeah. So I've got the two other guys that are there. So I know now who they are and what they are, yeah. So I get sold to one of my pals, and my pals loves to rob crack dealers. He got one of them things that he loves to rob them. I said, listen, mate, they've got a lot of crack in there, which I didn't know they had or didn't have, yeah. I said, we're going to go in there and rob him, yeah. So he was up for it. He was up for it big time. I ain't telling you his name. Anyway, we went in and knocked at the door. He seen me outside, put the fire. Oh, come on, mate, come in. My mate come in, had an hand thing, put them on the floor, and then where's all the drugs, your money, everything, yeah. Mate, I'm telling you, right, we smashed these two to pieces. We bashed these two up so bad you wouldn't believe. I smashed them. There's no way could they even fight, mate. They couldn't have been out to fight. If I'd have gone up there by myself, then I'd have had a terrible fight while you got stabbed up, but I'd have still gone in like a lunatic, yeah? But I smashed these two the same way as I smashed the other one, with a lump of iron bar, yeah? Smashed their backs, their elbows, their knees, all their joints. I'm smashed them. They scream like babies, mate. They scream like so much. They really, really screamed, yeah? But how dare they do that to people, thinking they can put people in a crack house, young girls, and think abuse them. All right, okay, I abused my girlfriend by giving her crack to keep off the streets, but that made it worse because me giving her more crack, and she wanted more and more and more. So when I'd gone, eventually gone, she wanted more crack. The more, the more. I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? You give someone them sort of drugs, and you're thinking you're going to get them off the street, but then it becomes that they want more. You know what I mean? And I made it. In a way, what I done was out of order. What I done was wrong, yeah. And then I realised that, yeah. But let me tell you something. These three geezers, these three yardies, what are they? Cardi, Bardies, or whatever they were, right? I'm telling you, they more like put a yardie name up. There wasn't even yardies, yeah. But let me tell you, I smashed them fucking. I done the first one, smashed them to pieces, mate. I mean, the first one got bad, yeah. The other two, because they was in a flat, that made it even worse, mate. I just smashed them everywhere. I wouldn't touch their head. I wouldn't touch their heads. No way. I just smashed all their backs and their knees and their elbows. I let them know, mate. And I told the girls, do yourself a favour, darling. Here's some money. Here's some crack. You ain't seen nothing. Just go away and don't come back again. As far as I know, they never opened another crack house there. As far as I know, those three would never be able to walk again. I mean, if you go down Amherst Grove, anywhere like that, you see three black geezers hobbling about with walking sticks and wheelchairs. You know, they're the ones, yeah? So, I mean, I ain't having that, mate. I ain't having it. There's no way in a million years am I having it. This girl, okay, she was on crack, and I made it maybe worse for her, but this girl was really an absolutely beautiful woman, yeah? I mean, anybody wants entice Ario, she's absolutely stunning, yeah? I mean, I really shouldn't really talk about her like I'm talking about on the podcast, but it's something that happened, and me and her was close. Um, I'm not quite sure whether or not she tried to fit me up for something that I didn't do, a murder charge, or attempted murder charge, or whatever it was. He died, as far as I was concerned, he died. And she's tried to, whether she tried to fit me up, I don't know, with the police, but whatever it was, they made a mistake. They tried to fit up the wrong guy, and the barristers, QCs, everybody knew that, yeah, and they actually dropped the case in the end, yeah. But I mean, imagine, getting a life sentence to plead guilty to a life to a 9. They wanted me to plead guilty and giving me a deal, so you know straight away that it's wrong. What is it with these people, mate? This CPS. Why? Why do they want to make deals and they know you're not guilty? Why? Why do they do these things? Yeah. Why do they do these things? They know you're not guilty. They know you're not guilty, but they want you to take the rap for it, and they go home to bed to sleep with their kids and their wife, and yet they've just locked someone up for a long time. It don't make no sense to me. Right? They're worse. They're worse than what we could ever be. Without a shadow of doubt, they're worse than we could ever be. We go out to get money. Okay. They just lock us up because we're a person. We ain't nothing to them. Lock them up, you know what I mean? They ain't even done it, but lock him up. They ain't nothing to me. They go home, they don't even think about us. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Radio. Please like and subscribe. And thanks very much for all the subscribers you're doing for me. Yeah, you know, I'm happy about everything that's going on in a minute. I'm going to do a big podcast later, maybe tomorrow and the next day about Cliff Fields. I mean, Cliff Fields, my pal, a very good friend of mine. I met him in the scrubs, and then I met him when I come out, and we had a little. Me and her had a punch, a few punches here and there, and he's a nice guy, mate. And as far as people saying that he was a bully, never. He was not a bully, mate. He didn't have to be a bully. He was like, just to see him as a structure, his face was frightened life out of you. You know what I mean? He was properly stone faced. You know, if that showed that he was stone faced, he looked at him and he frightened the life out of you. That's why Lou Yates said to me that he didn't say it to me. He said on a thing on the interview that he went into a bar and Clifffield was sitting there, and he said to Clifffield, "What, do you want to fight me?" And Clifffield turned his back on him, turned around, and said, "No, I don't." Clifffield say that? Never. Never in a million years. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Rahal. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much. Bye bye.